Hi, and welcome to Faith into Greatness. Today, God inspired me to give a really sweet message. It's very empowering, and I hope this message blesses you all tremendously. I hate that phrase, the best is yet to come. You know what? God really worked on my patience in the last couple of decades, and the Lord taught me how waiting on God's timing and waiting in general is so beautiful. And honestly, I was so impatient. I feel like God removing that impatience from me in itself has made it a virtue within me. All seriousness. If you live on the East Coast, you will understand our instant need for gratification and how we expect things to move like this. It's been ingrained in me since I was a young child. But that phrase, the best is yet to come, to me is so discouraging and so disheartening. And it sounds like I might have to wait and see to have a great life rather than understand that there's no better time than right now to have the best in your life. So, how do you get to a point of having the best in your life? The Lord is calling each and every one of us to draw near to God, to come back home, and to become obedient to the Lord. When we are obedient to God, God can continue to protect us, just like, let's use the animal kingdom. Just like the parent protects its young in the animal kingdom, that's how the Lord is with us. When we are obedient, we draw close to God. We're close enough where God can protect us and deliver us from that evil through our prayers, through our commitment to God every single day when we pick up our cross and we walk. But if I tell you just how amazing this life is to walk with the Lord, you won't believe me. It's something you have to experience for yourself. See, with the Lord and the relationship that you have with God, no one can copy that relationship. It's such a unique relationship. Just how each and every one of us has unique relationships with one another is the same way we have very unique relationships with God. And you know what? I feel really passionate about this message because I experience it in my life every day. And before I was praying and I was talking to the Lord and I was crying because I feel so incredibly blessed. And I can't come on here and be like, oh, I'm so blessed, because it sounds like I'm bragging when I'm not bragging. But God has definitely called me not to share what my blessings are, because we each have a unique relationship with God, and God blesses each of us differently. And I don't want anyone to hear about my blessings and be wondering why they haven't received the same in their life. We all have a unique walk, okay? And each of us is sinning each and every day in a different way. So, the Lord has called me to share this message with all of you. In Colossians 3, it says, "Since then you have been raised with Christ, set your hearts on things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. For you died, and your life is now hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, who is your life, appears, then you also will appear with him in glory. Put to death, therefore, whatever belongs to your earthly nature: sexual immorality, impurity, lust, evil desires, and greed, which is idolatry. Because of these, the wrath of God is coming. You used to walk in these ways in the life you once lived. But now you must also rid yourselves of all such things as these: anger, rage, malice, slander, and filthy language from your lips. Do not lie to each other, since you have taken off your old self with its practices and have put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge in the image of its creator. Here there's no Gentile or Jew, circumcised or uncircumcised, barbarian, Scythian, slave or free, but Christ is all and is in all. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Bear with each other and forgive one another. If any of you has a grievance against someone, forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all these virtues, put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. Hello. Since as members of one body you were called to peace, and be thankful. Let the message of Christ dwell among you richly as you teach and admonish one another with all wisdom through psalms, hymns, and songs from the Spirit, singing to God with gratitude in your hearts. And whatever you do, whether in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. Wow. Meditate on those words. You want to have a great life? You want the best now? Abide in God. Let God abide in you. I promise you won't regret it. I hope this message blesses you all. Take care. God bless.